Hey guys, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and welcome to a video where I am going to be showing you me actually thrift shopping, yes, visiting thrift shops to purchase crafting supplies for some mermaid hair accessories I'm going to be creating. So in this video, I'm going to be going to thrift stores, antique shops, and dollar stores, all sorts of places to find the material which you see all here behind me. You don't mind my demon child. I had to pick him up off the floor where he normally resides to put the table here. That sounded awful, but yes, just don't mind him. He's really sweet, I promise. But yeah, I have a ton of footage to show you, so I'm just going to be talking over it. That way you can have a full screen of all of the awesome items that I encountered, and then we're going to be doing a separate haul video showing you each of these piece by piece, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. Oh wait, if you're new, I forgot to say, my name is Stephanie, also known as Simarchy, and I am a self-proclaimed mermaid. I am obsessed with The Sims, which is a game that I play here on YouTube and on Twitch, but I also love seahorses, unicorns, rainbows, kittens, and the color pink, and I have decided to start crafting some beautiful mermaid hair clips and possibly some hair crowns so that I can wear for my videos and my live stream. So that is why we are shopping for these items. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first place we went to was actually a thrift store that is somewhere that I've driven by a few different times, and I've kind of looked at it and thought, wow, maybe I should stop in there. And for the first time, I have finally decided to go in and see what it was all about. One of the first things I saw in this section was this little Hello Kitty plush mermaid, which is a stinking adorable. You guys know how much I love mermaids. And then the seahorse beta fish bowl. I about died when I saw that. I would have snatched that up for myself. However, I think if I had a fish, even in the high place, my cat Lexi would find a way to snatch the fish up. So I decided to leave that there. Although it was beautiful, I'm sure it would make someone else very happy. And I happened to find a box of crafting items here, which I thought was pretty cool. There were a few things that I definitely could have used for other things, but not for the particular project that we're working on now, which is the mermaid hair accessories. I mean, maybe some of those ribbons with I think they have the wire on the end might have been nice, but I didn't want to go crazy and buy things unless I saw something that I was absolutely in love with. So there were a bunch of just random bits and bobs in here. I didn't know what all of it was. I mean, maybe I could spend a little more time looking at it, but there were a lot of these little wood pieces that I guess you could paint. And then in a few, in a little bit from here, you're going to see another bag of those that were painted like cows, which was kind of cool. I don't know what somebody was doing with those. Maybe they were like cowbells. And this box had some cool things too. Lots of different stamps. I think for the price, I believe that bag was $10. That's a pretty good deal for things like that. The thing about going to thrift shops to look for crafting supplies is they're super, super cheap. I mean, most of these bags were like 50 cents or $1. And if I had lots more uses for them, I probably would have grabbed a few more things, but I wanted to stay on track for what we were doing. And I couldn't help but stop and look at the book section. I saw a few things right away that caught my eye, like the Harry Potter book. There was a Johnny Depp one. And then there was this book that you're about to see now with the, it's called Beautifully Prepared, and there was a picture of a woman on it, and I thought, oh, maybe it's some sort of art book. And so I went back to look at it, and it was actually a book that was talking about if you feel like you've lost your purpose in life, or you don't know what to do, or you feel, guilty about not doing things. I just took it as a sign that, I'm starting to feel better. I haven't talked about it too much here on YouTube, but I was going through a bit of a phase where I was feeling, I don't know, kind of just empty and lost, and I'm starting to feel better. I think this crafting project is definitely going to help me a lot. And so seeing a book like that was just a really cool sign. And then of course, seeing all these mermaids, which you guys know I love. I am a mermaid. We had the little Ariel doll here, and then we have this beautiful painting here with a mermaid and a flower crown. I just took a lot of these little things as signs as I'm on the right path and doing what I should be doing. There was a little Disney Frozen picture, and then another beautiful mermaid in this antique shop. Now this shop was actually pretty cool. There was a lot of amazing things as well, like these little medallions. However, they were super heavy. I'm not sure what they were. Oh, ceramic. Yeah, super heavy. But I found this bag of sea glass, which I actually sat down and walked away. And then I looked up prices of sea glass on Amazon, and they were a lot more than $5. So I went back and snatched that, especially since it is pink and blue, which are my favorite colors. I figured we could use little pieces of sea glass in the hair accessories. and that bag would last a very long time. And then there was this gorgeous canopy bed. I mean, I love antique shops. I honestly didn't think I would find anything in here for crafting, so I was shocked to find the sea glass, but I couldn't not stop in because there's so many beautiful things like these Fiesta ware. I love Fiesta ware, beautiful plates, beautiful colors. I used to have a nice collection. And then an entire half of this antique shop was these beautifully painted dressers and jewelry boxes and pinks and blues, and there were seashells everywhere, and it is 100% my aesthetic, so I definitely fell in love with this section. I just wanted to show you guys kind of everything that I was looking at, even if it wasn't related to the crafting, because that's kind of the fun of going out thrift shopping and antique shopping and going to flea markets, is all the things that you find that could serve as inspiration. So definitely the color palettes, seashells, the way the paint was put on these, all serve as inspiration for what we're doing. And it's so cute. It's just so cute to see these things. And on my way out, I noticed they had like a little section of salvage stuff, which I love. I love salvage items, architectural salvage items. There is one big place that I go to, but it's a little bit far away. So I actually ended up finding another salvage place here local to me. However, they didn't really have anything noteworthy, so I didn't bother filming. But oh my gosh, this door, look at this beautiful door. It reminds me of my front door remote from Twitch. So here we are in another thrift shop, and this one had a lot more toys and things. This doll definitely creeped me out, so we're gonna just go ahead and set her back down. And there was some really interesting things here. There was an old school Nintendo gun. I'm pretty sure it's a knockoff. I don't think it's like actual Nintendo branded. And then another mermaid. I don't know what's up with this, but like I usually don't find this many mermaids when I'm out and about unless I'm around the beach. So it was really nice just to see mermaids kind of everywhere I went. Beautiful, beautiful little sign there. And she's really pretty. But again, there's nothing I could do with her, so I left her. Maybe someone will want her more than I did. Ah, aliens! Put that down, put that down, put that down. Okay, there's some fitness equipment. I don't know. You gotta kind of look at everything. Hey, there's Anchorman. You gotta look at everything. Keep your options open. Sometimes you can use materials in different ways that you didn't even think of. So it's definitely worth it. Worth taking a quick look. And oh my God, this beautiful glassware. I'm pretty sure this was Salvation Army here. I could not believe how beautiful that little, I don't know, teapot was, and the pretty pinks and greens in that glassware. Again, don't need them. I'm not a hoarder. I don't like grab things just to have them around my house. I only usually buy things that I really need. So I had to leave those behind, as well as these beautiful blue and purple plates that again I fell in love with, but I don't need them. So, this is a nice place to go get some cheap decor for your house if you need anything. Oh, the colors, $7 for that set. Pretty good deal. And talking about repurposing items, I definitely took a look at all of like the blankets and towels and curtains and scarves and just things that I could possibly use for material. So something like that little scarf with the seashells would have been fun, but wasn't the exact aesthetic that I'm going for. I'm looking for more shiny things like this, which I also did not get, but that would have been nice to use as netting, although I'm definitely looking for actual netting. So it was a really nice find to find this scarf that has some beautiful pastel colors and some netting weaved into it. So I couldn't pass that up for 99 cents. I had to get that, and I will be cutting it up and using little pieces of the netting into the hair clips. So you will see that at some point. And, well, some point after this video. I should clarify, this video is just the haul, or actually this is just the shopping. I will have another video of the haul. Oops, there's my legs. You didn't see them. I'm a mermaid. I'll have another video showing you exactly what I bought. And then, of course, there will be a third video showing you how I'm going to be making the hair clips. And here is another section of just like plushies and stuffed animals, but sometimes you find things. I saw the little cute rainbow pony, so I had to pick that up, but it was just a piece of tin, so not much I could do with that. And here there were more crafting supplies, like this paint your own lantern, which, maybe if it was cheap enough and maybe if I really needed paint in those colors, I might have picked it up, but wasn't anything that I could do anything with, although it's a cute little fun project. And this rainbow mesh, decorative mesh, I almost set this back too. I actually ended up going back for it because I figure maybe there's something I could do with it. It's a little bit too clean for the look that I'm going for. I want it to look more like natural netting, but maybe if we cut it in a certain way and, I don't know, possibly like burn little parts of it. I've done that before with items to make them look more worn. I don't know if that's going to turn out how I want, but I figured for $1 I had to grab that as well. well. And there was lots of wrapping paper here and cellophane. I love the colors of the gold and the green, but I wasn't quite sure what to do with them, so I didn't want to grab those either. And this section was kind of cool. Lots of beautiful brass lampshades and candle holders and pots and baskets. Definitely some cool stuff for decor or even storage options. I was definitely making sure to keep a look at my storage options as well, in case I found anything where I wanted to keep things like little beads and bits and bobs. But I didn't quite find anything until I went to Michael's. Now here's a giant dinosaur, and oh my god, what is that? It is a rainbow unicorn. My other favorite thing besides mermaids and seahorses are unicorns, so I love this guy. He was $6. He was gigantic, and I'm sure he will make some child very, very happy. And here, this box of crafting was actually pretty cool. I didn't see anything that looked too mermaid-like, though. A lot of this felt very woodland or nymph or elf-like, even more like fall decor or Halloween decor, even perhaps, depending on what you did with it. But it wasn't quite the beachy mermaid stuff that I was looking for, but most of them were like $1. Like there was giant bags of flowers for $1, which would have been great for someone who needed them. And I got so excited when I saw Sweet Treats. For a split second, my mind thought that was Katy Perry's Sweet Treats for The Sims 3, which is one of my favorite packs, by the way. Don't hate me. And it was not. So that was a bit of a letdown, although I do have it, so it's not a big deal. These cute little flowers were nice as well, but they were too heavy for hair accessories. And this wire, it's not wire, it's like a foiled mesh, but it's made of wax, although that definitely looked like mermaid scales and would have been very nice to play around with. I don't want that melting in anybody's hair if they're out in the heat for too long. So I decided to pass on that. And there was another bin just full of like cool strings and ribbons and such. Once again, if this was something that I had a use for, that would have been a great deal. But I couldn't think of anything to do with it off the top of my head, so I obviously did not grab it. But as I'm looking at these things, if you guys have any ideas for mermaid hair accessories or anything else, why don't you drop me a comment and let me know, because maybe it'll get my brain turning a bit, and next time I'm out and about, maybe I'll grab a few other things that I could use for other projects. This was interesting. Hand glove, not sure what that is. I don't know if you spray it on your hand, it protects you. And then there was a whole bag of paint brushes, which I kind of wish I grabbed those too, because I ended up getting some paint brushes later. Transformers, spoiler alert. And this, sorry, I'm like, bunny. I'm a bit scattered doing these. But yeah, I ended up finding some paintbrushes later that I paid $4 for, and I was like, I probably could have found them a little cheaper, but they were pretty and sparkly, so I couldn't pass them up. Now I'm just walking down all the aisles. I saw this little checkerboard thing. I don't know exactly what it was. I didn't take a good look at it. Not something I can use, but definitely was pretty cool. And oh my gosh, so this thrift store had a ton of jewelry, and they were $2 a piece. However, I only found one piece that I really wanted, and when I went to go pay for it, she said they had a credit card limit, and you know, it was a $2 item, and she didn't want to run a card for $2, so I only had $1 in cash. I asked her if there was any chance she'd be willing to accept that, and she did. So that beautiful blue and green beaded necklace that we're looking at is one that I ended up purchasing, and I have some fun plans for that. I will be able to use that for several different items. Now we are in this awesome store. It is technically a dollar store, but it's pretty unique. They have, I believe, a lot of closeout items. And they have tons of aisles of just crafting supplies in addition to other things that, you know, a regular dollar store would have. So I had to come here. The only problem with a place like this is you look at the items and you're like, oh, they're just $1. Oh, they're just $2. And you start grabbing and filling up your cart. And before you realize it, you made a big mistake, which I definitely did. I ended up spending way more money than I hoped for. In fact, I had the lady re-ring my purchase because I was like, there's no way I spent that much money. And it all added up, and I couldn't put any of it back. I figured it would be super helpful with the pieces going forward. And even though in bulk, like, you know, in bulk, I ended up spending a lot of money per piece, I think it's definitely a really good deal. Like, some of these little bags were 50 cents and had, you know, 10 or so jewels in them. And since I will probably just use a couple of jewels here and there spread out on a few different hair accessories, I figured it was worth the price. It is an investment, and it's stuff that I can save and use for other things. I mean, you could always use little jewels and flowers and, I don't know, bits and bobs. Now, this aisle had a bunch of really beautiful tulle. I loved that blue one, but for $20, that was way more than I was willing to spend for one item. However, if you're doing bulk crafting projects and that is something that you use fairly often, there was so much wrapped around that it would have been definitely worth the price. I do end up finding some little rolls of mesh a bit later, so I grabbed those instead. They were a lot cheaper and a smaller quantity, which is more realistic for what I need. And then I found these amazing little seashell plastic boxes. I don't know what I would have done with them, so I didn't grab them. However, how cute are they? Just little clear seashell trinket boxes. Now, this was an interesting find. I almost didn't go down this aisle because it was the pet section, but I saw a few colorful things and decided to make my way over there. And thank God I did, because I found some beautiful, beautiful plants and seashells. So these are meant for aquariums. Again, I don't know if $1, $1.50, $2 was too much for these, but I grabbed just a couple of them that I figured I can cut up and just use as little tiny pieces in the hair accessories. So one plant for $2 could definitely last for quite a few items. And here are the seashells. They were only $1, I believe $1.50 or $1.25 a bag. $1.50 a bag. And there was beautiful different designs and pieces in there. There was some of the, oh gosh, I don't know my shell names, but some of the swirly shells, some of the ones that look like horns, and a couple of super flat ones. So I figured that was an excellent, excellent deal. I definitely grabbed a ton of those. So here is a small look at some of the items that I picked up. This is not everything. I did end up going to a few more stores after this, but my footage cut out. So I'm going to make that haul video where I show you everything that I bought. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see that. You can also check out my description where I have my Twitch link posted, and I may be streaming myself making some of these live, so make sure to come over there and join us. And of course, I will have another video of me creating the hair accessories after the haul video. So I will see you guys then. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for thrifting with me. Bye! Wait guys, before you go anywhere, don't forget to click over here to watch new videos and click on my face when I disappear to subscribe.